on the line. I got my homies Mother Nature in the building with me. How y'all feeling?
We are on top of the world.
Yes.
You know, we got a baby due tomorrow. You feel me?
Yeah. I know it. I know it feel good to drop that off, don't it?
Man. I feel like we've been carrying it for a good 9 months. You feel me?
I know, right? I love how you all, market the project as a pregnancy. At the end of the day, it's work you putting in at the end of the day. So
yeah,
this is our 4th child together. You feel me?
Whew. Yeah, I got one big happy family.
Whole bunch of babies.
Gonna keep going,
Now, we got to talk about, you all's journey leading up to the Portalz EP. Mm-hmm. First and foremost, congratulations on the partnership with Closed Sessions.
Yes.
I definitely, when the announcement went out, I was live at the time it went out, so I had made the announcement behind the original announcement on air. And I was like super excited about that. So I would like to know, more on that situation. Like, how did you all connect with Closed Sessions and partner up?
It's been something that had been manifested for a while. Before we came to Chicago as Mother Nature, and Truth is from here. But before we came to Chicago as Mother Nature, we had already been hearing about Closed Sessions. Had a couple friends who were on the label. Kat, who was our manager, was also, doing her research and popping out to some of their events and just seeing what they about. And it was just something that was growing and cultivating. We never really had a conversation until after we put out Pressure, because that was the time. We were prepared. We had already went through all of our artist development, with our management, had really learned who we were as Mother Nature and where we wanted to go with it, and making that vision more clear. Okay. And at that point, we were prepared, and the universe, brought the two together. So.
Now you said y'all learned who Mother Nature was. I mean, share that to the world. Who is Mother Nature?
Whew, Mother Nature is
everything.
All encompassing Black girl geniuses, MCs, educators,
scientists,
healers, magicians, everything. You feel me? So we was just over this course because again, Mother Nature is only about 4 years old. So for us to be able to build as much as we have through this time, it took a lot of reflection, of a lot of vulnerability, a lot of emotional maturity and all of those things in order to really figure out, okay, at the foundation, what are we coming with? It's always came about bars. It's always about the music, but at the same time, it's about community. Mm-hmm. So at the same time, I would just like to always make sure we are balancing both in a real way, in a real world way. So not only just speaking on it, but actually acting on it as well. So I think around that time, everything was in fluid motion. And when Closed Sessions came about, we were in alignment to actually make this a fruitful partnership.
Mm-hmm. And me being, I done seen you all grow. It's amazing to see.
We came to your radio station when you were, I don't even know where we were. It was out there.
Yeah, that was 2017.
Yeah.
And to see you all growth is, I just been in the background. I'm proud of you all.
Thank you.
With creative music is different in a way where it set you all apart from what's going on. For instance, you've been doing events with Jamila Woods. Did an event with Free Nationals, Anderson .Paak, previous band, and Doja Cat. I mean, Doja Cat done hit the charts now. How does that feel for how does that feel for you all, knowing that you touch stages with some prominent artists in the game?
We next up.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Hey, another notch on the belt, just getting closer, continuing to build, but understanding literally the sky is the limit. Yeah. So never humbling ourselves too much to think that no, that's not for us, or we not, that type of artist, anything like that. But we have to give us for the world. So we're just trying to make sure we spread it as far as we can.
Now, I heard you say sky's the limit. I'm going to get back to that because I still want to talk about, I think you all toured as well, overseas.
Yeah, shout out London and Berlin, man.
Explain the tour life, especially being a rap duo at that.
Well, first of all, this tour was self-produced, self-funded. So that right there is a huge, like, whoa, for that to be our first tour, for us to go to Europe, Berlin, be able to travel within Europe. We were gone for 3 weeks, and it was all women, me, her, our manager, and one of our like co-creators, Kiani. She came with us, and we're taking pictures and stuff. And it was dope, man. Like, we had so much fun. I'm not gonna lie, we had so much fun. We had a full itinerary. When we pulled up in Berlin, we were down the street from Universal.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't even know that, didn't plan that. We stayed in like a hostel, which was like, we didn't know. We really didn't know. We had no idea. But we had, obviously did our research. And when we got there, it was just the dopest experience. Really, really like, really intimate, you know what I'm saying? We were all like in a room together, in a space together. So we got to plan every day. We got dressed together every day, kind of just set our intentions for each day, which is key when you out of the country, you don't know nobody. You don't want to go out there and like miss any opportunities. You don't want to, play it safe or be a hermit. You really want to like get out, be in a community, meet as much people as you can, you know what I'm saying? Find wherever you can, plug yourself and plug your music. So that was really the goal. But we had went out there for an opportunity, this platform called Get Loudly, and we did Antidote Q. And that was really what sparked it.
Just one opportunity that we had, and then really just hitting up our homie, soul sister Fumi, that lives off in London, and she was able to send us all her contacts. Her sister as well does music and stuff like that, so she was like hella plugged. Sent those things over to Kat. Kat really just went crazy and like routed the tour. From the hotels, from the stays at the hostels to the shows, how we gonna get there, what we gonna eat, all that type of stuff. Like, so
budgets, everything.
Budgets, the whole nine. So it was amazing to be able to just bring our community together like that. From across the waters and come here and be able to do and to move outside of the States. So, but yeah, we ended up opening up for Jamila Woods, our homegirl Dia Victoria out of Nashville. She a cold like blues singer down there. Who else was it? Who else we had? Was it
Jamila? Oshun.
Oshun
was the first.
Oshun was the first one out of New York.
And that was dope because we already had pre-existing, relationships with all these Black women for one. And
we was just hitting folks up.
We was just like, hey.
We just happened to see, y'all gonna be in London too? Or y'all over here? And it just happened to connect. We did not have.
We already had our tickets booked. We already had the trip booked, ready to go. We was going for Cube and to be out there and holla at as many people as we could. We saw it every time we saw, a new post or something, or this person's on tour. We like
what? Like, just shoot that shot. That's all all 2019, all 2020. We just been shooting shots and like really just
going in.
Because we already been building genuine relationships with these people for all this time. So it's like, well, shoot. Because if it was the other way around, come hop on this tour with us. Come do this show.
Exactly.
Let's just spread that love.
That's one thing I do love about you two. Y'all reach out. Y'all don't shy away. Y'all reach out like, hey, how you doing?
How you feel me?
Now, during tour, what's something that you all learned that you take away from the tour life? Like something, the biggest thing, the biggest learning curve you learn while touring?
Time. Time is an illusion, but it's also very concrete. So I think it's one of those things. We were jet lagged a lot, so getting all of that together, but just on some like personal type of things. But I feel like it reassured me on the power of hip hop, because again, this was us being able to travel outside of the States because of hip hop, because of our music, because of our messaging, because of what we have built. So it just gave me that mindset of like, don't lessen yourself. Don't think lower than. Don't think that you can't acquire something because your own mentality or feeling low or something like that. So it just really gave me a boost in confidence, self-esteem, and just my drive to like push Mother Nature as far as we can go, really.
Likewise. Cool.
Likewise.
Now earlier you mentioned sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. Like, is that, sort of what made you all come up with Portalz, like the title of it?
Nah.
Wasn't even
Nah,
that. Wasn't even that.
What made you come up with this interesting title for this EP, the cover art itself?
Yeah. Well, what it was, we already had the folder of all this music was called Bounce, because that's what everything had in common. It's like bounce music. It's just, like it makes you move, it's energetic, light, very, very, just very different from the stuff that we have been making. And so we knew it wasn't gonna be called Bounce, but we was like, it's gotta be something that's very simple, very to the point, ain't gotta be too conceptual, ain't gotta be too deep, even though it is conceptual and deep now. But we happen to be in a studio with Mike, Mike from Closed Sessions.
Okay.
And we were like listening to the sounds. He was mixing and mastering, and then he started using his analog machine. And there was just these crazy sounds that were coming out of it. And we like, man, Portalz, we just said the word Portalz. And just like any other thing else that we've done in the past that stuck, it was that. Like, as soon as it was said, we was like, ooh, hold on, Portalz. Dang, that's deep. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we're in a portal, just like together. The space we've been in since like Saturn Return, that was really like, the kickoff. We kind of like dusted off all that pain and sorrow and grief from pressure, and we started to come into a new light. We moved, you know what I'm saying, got new energy in the space, started attracting more abundance, more wealth, and the music reflected, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? We had started making that music, and then life had like unfolded in that way. And Portalz just seemed like the perfect way to describe what we were feeling and what we've been feeling with each other. Being at that point where we just know that this shit is about to like blow. And it's such an interesting space to work from that space. Like, it's much better, you know what I'm saying, when you ain't got to talk about all the things that make you sad, or you ain't reflecting on, all the hardships you've been through in your life and how resilient you are. You instead just focusing on, like, we speak in abundance, we speak in wealth, we speak in peace, prosperity, growth, breaking chains, breaking traumas, all of that. And man, it's just the full expression of who we are right now. And the more that we started to dive into the idea of Portalz, the more it opened up for us, you know what I'm saying? And it became a way to describe how you connect with God, how you connect with others, how you connect with your ancestry. It's all of that. So
wow. Look, I knew it was gonna be a deep music.
Always great thinking.
I knew it was gonna be a in-depth title, because you all are known. Well, for me, I've always known for you to put thought behind everything that you do, from releases to the way you release, to even hitting the stage. For those that have not seen you hit the stage, I deliver an amazing performance. I know.
Thank you.
I gotta ask, with the pandemic taking place, what I would say, what has been some challenges for you too, as of lately?
Man, really? I can't say much. Like, for real. I think adapting. Yeah, we definitely have been adapting. I think in the beginning of everything, just that transitional state of like, okay, like everything is really shutting down. Like,
all our trips got canceled,
conferences,
all our
shows,
bags.
But it's crazy because, again, we're talking about portals. When you keep that portal open, when you stay connected to God, things open up. So we ended up, the money that we lost, because of the pandemic, we damn near was getting it back through like these grants and relief funds and stuff like that, and still doing like, things of this nature that, was paying a little bit. So we really ain't been down. We really been making more money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And saving energy, you know what I'm saying? Because like we do a lot. We pretty stretched thin as far as like, we got Mother Nature, we got the great thinkers, we got the miseducation, so it's a lot of work and a lot of development that's happening on different like paces for each thing. So being at home and not having to like go out to do our workshops, but being able to do things virtually, or go out to do interviews and all of that, is allowing us more time to just like be internal and be in alignment, and really like refine what it is that we want
Exactly. Because also it's just like we mothers for real, damn near, because we run like this, this space that we in. Our whole collective is here, so it's about eight or nine of us. We got one of our mentees here. So it's really a lot to like juggle, balance, bills. Did y'all eat today? Did we eat? Did you drink some water?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just
Did
basic
you drink
things.
some water? I hear that.
But I feel
Speaking
like
of which.
everything has just been like moving just in the space that it's supposed to. So I'm blessed. I'm grateful to like have my sister, have my gang, and everybody in alignment. So everything been really cool. I feel getting better every day.
And like I said, it's about energy, and the energy that you brought upon the
Energy.
world.
It's about what?
Energy, man. Yes.
We've
been the word. That's been the word. Like energy. It's been the word.
I mean, it's important. And like good energy in general, that's important because
man.
we as humans, we thrive off that. Like I tell people all the time, a car battery, you need a negative and a positive for it to get going. And that's energy. So but yeah, y'all energy is definitely there. I'm happy that everything is still going up. The pandemic didn't slow nothing down. I also want to ask you all, what's something that you've taught yourself during this time at home?
What have I taught myself?
Well, I've been going crazy on the digital media.
All the stuff you see on our story, all the little graphics and stuff, like going crazy.
Yeah.
Going crazy.
Yeah, I've been I've already like known how to do it, but this project has allowed me to like just expand, the ideas and help me discover like, we have to rely on ourselves essentially, and just trying to always cut costs too, not trying to pay everybody, like pay ourselves. So it's like, man, we got to learn this, and it's fun. I enjoy it. So yeah, I've been going crazy with the digital media, trying to learn a little claymation as well.
Okay.
I've
Truthfully,
been learning some DJ skills from our DJ Symbol, and just this week tapping into like the video stuff because we doing like the virtual content in regards to like working with the kids. So just trying to figure out how to put all that together. So it's definitely been a time of exploration and just trying to build the skill set for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, before I actually get into the Portalz a little bit more, I want to speak on the Miseducation in Hip Hop, which is your workshop that you all spoke on earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, with this pandemic taking place, how have you transitioned into still, doing your workshop for the culture?
Yeah. We work with a great organization called Guitars Over Guns that has allowed us to do the remainder of our year, our time with our kids through like Zoom and Google Hangouts and stuff like that. But we've been just figuring out how our face-to-face workshops can be transformed into this. So it's definitely been a thing of like, all right, now we can't do this, we can't do that. So let's, it's still on some that hip hop thing, but it's through the screen. You know what I'm saying? So it's still just using what we got to get those messages across. Still teaching those basic skills of just exploring self. Because I think the main thing about our workshop is that we always come in with that idea of like we're not the teachers. We're just trying to explore the genius of our Black and brown students for the most part, or whoever that we may be engaged with at that time. So just going in and figuring out through that way. But then again, just learning what they like and what they don't. That help us formulate a bit more when it comes to the specifics on how we need to maneuver when it comes to just teaching through a screen. So
yeah, and this is their world. They grew up in a digital world, so I mean, as did we. But they're so much more attached to TikToks and Instagrams and Snapchat and all that. So it's like, it's really, it makes sense, you know what I'm saying, for the Miseducation to go as virtual as it's going, because that's the way that we can truly reach the amount of students that we want to reach. That was like one of our biggest challenges of, I would say, 2018, 2019 was like, man, I really wanted to infiltrate Chicago and be like at all these CPS schools, pop up, do these lunchroom ciphers, which we still will do. But we were like, okay, ain't nobody paying us to do this. We're literally just gonna drive to these places and do it, set up, have all these conversations. But it's like, yo, you could just build your platform here, and then you know, get it out, and all the students will gravitate. So it's another way of working from the inside out.
And for those interested in helping you all with the work with your workshop, how can they, help out, and how can they help out, and in what ways can they help?
Man, we have a nonprofit. We've been incorporated now for about 3 or 4 years. If you want to help Mother Nature out, if you want to help the miseducation out, you can donate to us. Honestly, that's like the best thing that we could take right now, is donations that allow us to continue to build our infrastructure, really allow us to like have all the materials that we need, all the equipment we need. We do everything on our own. We build the curriculums on our own. You know what I'm saying? We do the videos on our own, edit everything and all of that. So it's just like, shit, time.
Yeah. And then just explicit, spreading the word of the miseducation. Because we still, low key out here in these streets. So we just want to be more widespread amongst like youth centers, juvenile detention centers, anywhere that we know that kids just need to be heard and need to express. So any resources that people can have, miseducation of hip hop at Gmail, send us something. You feel me?
Definitely open to collaborations as well.
Definitely.
Cool. I'm happy you spoke on that, because I know I was on the site earlier. Excuse me, got to get some water in my system. But, I was on the site earlier, and I'm like, yo, y'all site is dope. I remember when you all first built the site, and they got everything listed on there. So I'll definitely make sure I push the site within this interview as well. Now, Portalz, you got 7 tracks on this EP. You recently dropped 2 singles. Rotations. Well, Antidote was first, then Rotations.
Yeah.
The video for Rotations is crazy, yo. Y'all.
So simple. So simple.
Hey,
look,
that right next door in front of a green screen. That's it.
Oh, I love the simplicity, and I love the creativity with that single. I mean, Portalz is getting ready to drop. It's out now.
Yeah, one
it's
day. One day.
So, with that being said, what's some tracks you feel would really touch bases and with people? I would say mentally.
All of them,
all
for
of
sure.
Them.
All of them.
I feel like people gonna get their heart touched by language, like just a little caress. You feel
and nourishment.
Me?
Nourishment gone.
I feel like each one gonna touch them in a different way. So I'm just going down the line.
Go down the line.
Jump is gonna like have you like bouncing a little bit, but then it's gonna make you sink a little bit. I feel like that's it's gonna sink a little bit. So you get your foundation, your basis off that. Then what we got? What's up? Antidote. Antidote gonna get you back up. Antidote gonna get you back hype and get you just understanding yourself a bit more. Like just reflect. Just you. You know what I'm saying? I think as a whole, Portalz is all about just a reflection. Do you see what you want to see? If not, what we about to do? You know what I'm saying? Because we too stuck in the lack. We need to get over to the abundant side. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then we got Mortals. Mortals. I don't know. Mortals still hit me different. Everything on there is fire, but Mortals just hit me different. Shout out Jeff Coons, Gray Sky, Ish Khalil on the beat. That one gonna like, I think blow people out the water. I think that one is the most. You ain't gonna expect that one. You ain't gonna expect that.
Yeah. It's a really strong one. Deep too.
Yeah. And then like you say,
nourishment. We explore love with nourishment. We explore, love and how it is that we want to feel, how we want to make the people, in our lives who are our lovers or our partners, how we want to make them feel. So, it's a softer side of Mother Nature that people don't always see.
That's the mother side of Mother Nature right there.
Q's bust you over the head. Like, you ain't gonna expect Q's. Q's gets you right back up, back in the portal. Because you thought it was ending, but then you still in it.
Yeah. It's a nice ride, yo. Like and it's really not that long. I think the full play is like 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
It's short.
But it's
powerful.
You're gonna hit that replay instantly.
Exactly. And rotations, like people already in tune with rotations. So I think that's just gonna make them like, oh my God, where's the next body of work at? You know what I'm saying? So and that's the whole thing. We're just giving them a little taste right now. Because we in the middle of the year, so we might got a little something else.
It's just a portal. We're going to go through it, and then, we're on the other side.
That's true, exactly. It's another portal you finna get into as well. So, lastly, I guess to end things off, after the pandemic is over, outside open back up, as people would say, what some goals for Mother Nature to finish out this year?
Ooh, good question.
Touring. I want to move around. I want to be outside the country again.
I just want to be outside.
I want more collaborations.
Yes, big collaboration year for us. Yeah, big collaborations.
Yeah, you don't really do many collabs.
We haven't building because we didn't know what this was yet. You know what I'm saying? So we had to, them couple first years get this off.
It's better that way, solidify yourself and let people become a fan of you before you ask them for something or want to collaborate. Because that's always could be an awkward conversation, even when somebody wants something from us. Like, yeah, we down, but have we ever bonded? Am I a fan of your music? Are you a fan of mine?
What is your name?
Right, what's your name? So, yeah, we are looking forward to that. We feel like we made some really great connections. So, being able to put that puzzle together, who sound good on what and where to put it. Yeah, we playing a lot. We gonna make some skits for the rest of the year. Really just being like in that spirit of gratitude, being in that spirit of joy, like seeing what we can create from that, because it's really endless. I don't know what we're gonna make.
And that's the thing too, which I've been in like cahoots with just internally, is now that I'm not trying to write from this dark spot or this dark space, because I've always come from this space of like darkness is my inspiration. All the hardships and shit is where the pen comes in. You know what I'm saying? So now this is a new world. This is a new language we speaking. This is a whole new territory. So it's like, wow, now what does this do? How does this sound? So it's like it's a whole new journey that we on, I feel. So I'm excited to explore.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what this year bring you all. So far, things been looking great for you all. Look, like I said, I've been seeing you grow, and to see everything pan out. Y'all definitely got a successful future ahead of you all. So keep doing what you're doing. Portalz is out now. I thank y'all for taking time out to chat with me. See you all tatted up over there, Clever.
Yeah, y'all get me in the raw. I'm in the crib.
But yeah, I appreciate y'all taking time out with us here at Vocalo. And Portalz out now.
Yes, bless. Thank you, Bekoe.